Hey buckaroos, I can't believe I missed it, but yesterday was actually the 1 year anniversary from the day that I quit my job. So much has changed since then, and it'll be a little long, but I'd love to tell you the story of how we got here. I used to work as a district manager for Amazon in this cute little organization called CXO, which stood for Customer Experience Operations. If you've ever been to like a brick and mortar Amazon location where you can bring returns, or you've ever seen like an Amazon counter at a Whole Foods location, that was me. It was my job to report on and oversee some of those locations up and down the California coast and in Colorado. Honestly, I didn't hate my job. I thoroughly enjoyed my associates and the relationships that I built with them. My peers were generally pretty cool. I enjoyed most of my direct managers. And I made enough money where, I definitely was underpaid for the time and energy that I was giving to my role, but I made enough money where I was pretty comfortable. I've always been a naturally pretty creative person and obviously took advantage of any opportunity my work provided me to add a creative flair. We would do like fun branded promo photo shoots. I even made a whole music video called Pandemic in the USA. That was obviously a parody on Party in the USA for a work contest. And yes, I went way harder than I needed to. But even despite all of that general comfort, I still wanted and needed more creativity. And I wouldn't say this was anyone's fault, but because my role didn't inherently require any kind of creative or artistic orientation, a lot of the people around me just didn't quite know what to do with or how to nurture or mentor my relationship and development of my creativity along the way. And eventually that started to irk me. It started to feel like it was limiting in a way because I could tell that I so obviously wanted to express in this way and no one could really tell me what to do with that, where I was at least. Eventually, maybe in September 2021-ish, my friend Olivia invited me to attend LA Comic-Con with her, which would be my first convention, and to join their Stardust Crusaders cosplay group with a couple of our other friends. And I was definitely no stranger to costumes. Like, I've had a Frozone costume since 2015. I've had the Black Power Ranger costume since 2016. But cosplay felt different than anything I had done before. It felt so much more DIY. And that was exciting. So I said yes, and I started working on my very first cosplay, I would say, which was Avdol from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That said, we attended LA Comic-Con, and it was fucking awesome. We got to meet Richard Epcar, who is the voice actor for the English dub for old Joseph Joestar, and he loved our cosplays. All in all, it was an incredible weekend, truly. If there was one thing I learned from that experience, it was that this cosplay thing is cool and fun, and I like it very much. So much so that I started working on my next cosplay immediately, which was Echo from the Netflix series Arcane, and I was also going to a couple of other smaller cons in January through March 2022, and slowly working on Avdol, making little updates to him and so on, while also setting up my cosplay lineup for Anime Expo, which was going to come up in July, and that was going to be my first one too. But eventually, after being encouraged by several personal friends, but also work friends, I finally downloaded TikTok in early April of 2022, and I posted my first TikToks on April 10th of 2022. And I will say, we made quite a splash with Avdol. The second video I ever posted got over 1 million views like crazy fast. JoJo no Kimio na Bouken. Eyes over heaven. So I will say that was quite a stressful kind of situation, being so new to the platform, but at the same time, I was so excited and happy to see that so many people liked my little art project. As such, I continued flirting with TikTok, trying to, build a better understanding of the platform and connecting with other creators in the space as well, which was already, in all honesty, so much more fulfilling than anything I was doing at work. And then we attended Anime Expo, and that shit was fucking awesome, dude. Oh my gosh. I got to meet so many other creators and photographers for the first time, get to see so many other incredible anime-focused cosplay just everywhere. Just such a huge convention. I got to meet some of my cosplay, TikTok, Instagram idols for the first time. It was so hype. After AX, the deal was pretty sealed that I not only wanted, but needed to do whatever it took to be in closer proximity to other creators, or doing more that allowed me the opportunity to express myself creatively. And as work was pulling me away from my creative pursuits, I began to get more irritated and a bit more resentful of that space, to the point that I realized I would need to choose one or the other. Not really knowing what I was gonna do or how, but having the strange feeling that I would be okay somehow, I submitted my notice, and my last day was on August 5th, 2022, about 1 year from today. Since then, I've cosplayed 10 different characters and developed so many new skills throughout all of those projects. I have a 3D printer, and I can workshop and finish my prints pretty well now. I'm pretty comfortable making props with EVA foam. I'm also getting better and better at working with hair pieces and painting. I've met so many incredible people, including other creators, followers, artists, photographers. Gotten the opportunity to meet and engage with some of my favorite creators and people that inspire me the most. I've been to so many conventions, including Anime NYC, Anime LA, WonderCon, and was honored with the opportunity to guest at Tokyo X earlier this year. And we've amassed a community of over 570,000 people across all platforms, which is just insane. It's been so fulfilling to be able to put so many smiles on so many people's faces in this last year, and I hope to be able to reach even more as we keep going and we continue growing. So truly, regardless how long you've been here, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Thank you for allowing me the space to express myself and encouraging me to continue to do so. All I've ever wanted is to make people happy, and it's crazy that this last year has allowed me to do just that on a scale that I still have a hard time comprehending. All that said, though I've kept myself afloat, I can definitely attest to the starving artist narrative. Though my heart is full and I'm more satisfied and happy with life than I've ever been, I am also more in debt than I've ever been in my life. It's a lot harder than you might think to make money from your art, or maybe I just haven't figured out the best way to do so yet, which is probably why my mom tried to encourage me to stay at Amazon. But rent is more like something we have to hunt for to make sure it gets paid, rather than just another bill like it used to be. No pressure, but if you have the opportunity, means, or desire to directly support the continuation of my creator journey, or you just want to be a bit more connected to me, I do have a subscription available on Instagram now. It's $5 per month, but that gets you some access to BTS photos, videos, cool consultations, special content, special chats, and a cool badge as well, and more to come as we continue growing. Think about it like treating me to Starbucks once a month, right? That's not too bad, right? I also have an Amazon wish list full of items that would be delightful gifts or awesome tools to help continue to further my creative journey. You can also send direct donations via PayPal or Venmo, and all of those opportunities and links to do so are available on my profile page. Either way, I can't tell you enough how grateful I am to you for letting me make you smile and allowing me the space to continue to express myself and share my passion projects and interests and the silly little ideas that pop through my head. In summation, I am not telling you to quit your job, but if you have an artistic or creative itch that's not being scratched by what you're doing now, I think you should explore that. It's gonna sound sappy, but you might be surprised how far your passions can take you when you let your heart lead the way. True to your heart, you must be true to your heart. For those of you that made it this far, damn, you made it all the way to the end, that's kind of cute. You're kind of cute. But really, seriously though, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share my story with you. And as we like to say around here, stay fly, keep it real in these streets, don't let the haters get you down, and we'll catch you next time.